very basic query, which is the word frequency query. So it helps, as the name suggests, it helps to find out the most frequent words which are happening in your data. So it lists out all these words. So this is the query interface where you need to put in your criteria for your search. So let's say I want to search in, you can select the items where you want to run this query. I'm running this query in the text data, all the interviews, and I want to keep the minimum length of the words 4. So the words like, I don't want words like is and are in my search. And if I run this query, so it will list all these words there, right? So East is the most frequent word which is coming because the search, this project happened in East Coast USA. So if you want to add, if you don't want some of the words to be in this search, you can add those words to the stop word list. So I am adding this East word to the stop word list here. Right? And I click OK. So I run this query once more, and you can see that East is not coming anymore. And people is the word with six letter, and this has 102 references are available for this word is 102, right? So if you go to this query and see this query, there's a grouping slider also available. So right now we are only looking for the exact matches, right? So if you click on, say, if you change its slider to say stemmed words, it will look for stemmed words also. So say if the word was talk, so it will look for talking, so other stem words also of talk. So let's keep it as synonym. So it will look for the same meaning words and run this query. So the result will change because it is grouping the words together now. Okay. So you can see the summary now. So think is the most frequent word, and because it is grouping all these words together, same meaning words together. No has been again clubbed together with these words. Experience, know, knowing. Place has been home, homes. So all these words are grouped together. So basically it's, so you can run this query to start a project, right? So if you are not gone through your data, you can always run this query to find out certain themes, patterns which emerge out of your data. So you can always say you are interested in knowing about the references behind think, where what are the references where the people are using think. You can click on think. You can run this think word as a text query also, which I will show you later, or you can create think as code also. So if you create think as code, all the references wherever the word think or the same meaning word, because we have grouped it as synonyms, so will be a list, will be saved under a theme, whatever you want to name it, say think only. So it will be saved under the theme and all the references will be there. So by default, by automatically, all the references will be clubbed together in the same place. And so there's other visualizations also. There's a word cloud visualization. So it shows you the word cloud. So it's a word cloud. So bigger the word, it means the more frequent it is. You can change the different designs from here. You can change it from here. So again, there's another visualization is the tree map. Bigger the rectangle, the more frequent it is. And there's the cluster analysis also. So basically it's clusters the words together which are coming most of the time together in your data. Just zoom in further. So this is how. So these words are coming together in your data. So they're clustered together. So this is about the text search, word frequency query. Now I will run a text search query. So this is the interface for entering your criteria for text search. I'm looking, so let's look for a word like fish. And I need to select the items where I need to run this query. I just run this under text data. You can run anywhere on any of the sources. You can run this query. You can even run this query on your codes also, wherever you want to. So that it will not stop you anywhere, right? So codes, okay. And again, in this option also, either you can look for exact matches, same slider is available. So let's say I look for specializations of fish also this time. So it will look for fish and the specializations of fish on all my interviews, the text files. So you can see it gives a summary for each of those interviews, and it shows how many references of the word fish or the specializations of fish are coming in each of the interviews. If you want to see the references, these are the references for the word fish coming in different interviews, right? So under Barbara, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, maybe 10 references, right? 10 references. It shows us numbers also for the word fish or fishing, because fishing is also coming, and for different in different reviews under Linda. So you can get all the references for your specific keyword this way. So again, there's a word tree visualization also available. Any visualization which is coming in NVivo is exportable. You can right click on it and export any word cloud, any tree map, directly export word tree. It will be exported directly, or you can copy it and paste it anywhere. So any of the visualizations, any of the charts, any of the maps can be easily done. So right now, this word tree is, just give me a minute, is showing, if you can see, 5 words coming before fishing and 5 words coming after fishing, right? So you can see, if you want to see any specific sentence, so you can see this is one of the sentence: North Carolina allows net fishing in the sounds that not. So this is 5 words. You can always increase the words. The context words can be increased from here 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I put it at 9, say I will 10. So you can put it in a sentence. So this is one of the sentence. You see where the sentence is here. So this is the whole sentence, the highlighted part. Right? You could want to see the reference behind it, say where the sentence is coming, you want to see further. You can double click on it. It will go to that sentence only. So this is the sentence, right? So this way you can drill down further and see where the sentence is coming. Right? You can increase the number of context words. And so when we search for any specific keyword inside text query, we can use operators like and, or, also not. All these operators can be used, right? So there are many operators which can be used. You can always, there's a syntax for looking for 2 words which are coming in the vicinity of say 10 words. So you can use the syntax and look for such kind of queries also. So this is how the text search query works. And so I will close this project and open the same the mature form of the same project to show you more queries. So I'm opening the sample project. So this is the same project, environmental changes. So I will answer all the questions at the end. Okay. I have shown you text search query and the word frequency query, and I will show you the matrix coding query. So this is basically used to identify relationships between things, and it is also very helpful during your literature review. So but for running this query, you need to classify your data. If you are running this query on your sources, you need to classify your sources, like the author, journal, time of the journal. Or if you are running this query on your cases, you need to classify your cases. So as I said, I showed you the Excel file. There was classification already done. So I will run this query, and in fact I will show you the query which is already there. So just let me show you. Okay. So there's a query with views on phishing decline by phishing involvement. So this is a matrix coding query already done in NVivo. So I will just run this query, then explain you, or if you want me to run, I will run it from the start also, how you create a matrix coding query. So this was done, basically, I will just show you. So there are codes already made by the researcher, and so he had one code created, phishing industry decline. Under this, he has identified certain reasons which researchers identify reasons for the phishing decline in that area, and he has put in references from different sources in this thing. You can see that he's put in from different sources and put in data, and these are the references for each of the reasons he has identified for phishing decline. And when he has put in different data from different sources, like from different interviews, from different survey respondents, they're already classified according to different attributes. But one of the attributes was whether they are doing phishing, recreational phishing, or they are doing commercial phishing. So this query is regarding that thing only. They want to see the intersects basically between the phishing decline and the people who are doing it for commercial reasons and who are doing for recreational reasons. Let me just run this query. So you can see these are the reasons identified. These are the coding which has been done, and this persons who did it for commercial reasons. So this is commercial reason true, commercial reason false, and recreational reason true, recreational phishing false. So you can see from here. So it shows the number of references for each of the intersect, right? Phishing industry decline and person doing it for commercial phishing. There are 11, sorry, not 11. Okay. So persons who are doing it for commercial phishing, and due to regulations, this is the one, there is only one reference for that. Due to tourism and development, there are 2 references for commercial phishing. So this way you can see the number of references. If you want to see any data for specific cell, you can click, say this is 5, and you can always click on 5. It will show you those 5 references behind it. So these are the 5 references which we have behind this thing. So these are all coming from survey responses. So who are doing it for commercial, who are doing commercial phishing, and this way you can create an intersect. So this is how the matrix coding is done. I will create a matrix. So I will just create a matrix coding, the same matrix coding again for you. So let's say this is the matrix coding query. I need to select the codes first. So let's say I select items, and I go to codes. And I select the codes. Just a minute. Under economy, under phishing industry decline. So I select all these things, right? All the reasons which have been identified. And under columns, I select the attribute values. So I go to my case classifications. These people have been classified under person, and I want to see recreational phishing, and okay, and equals value yes. So persons who are doing recreational phishing and persons who are doing the commercial phishing. Yes, only yes, not no this time. So this create an intersect between these 2 things. I will run this query, and it will show you the things. Can you see here? So it shows a number of references for each of the reasons under recreational phishing and commercial phishing. You can use these things also. So it will create a color according to the number of references. So 8 is the highest, so more dark in color. So if you want to see the specific 8 references, you can double click on it. It will show you the references behind it. Okay. So if you want to say right now, it is cell content is coding references. You can code it, files coded also. cases coded. So all these things can be changed according to whatever you want to do. So this is the matrix coding query. I will now show you another query which is quite helpful when you say when you do coding and you you code same content in different codes, right? Same content you do, put in different codes also. So you want to see the intersection between those codes. You can always check using the coding query. So let's say we want to check the intersection between different codes. We use this query. So let's say I want to check in coded to all certificates. I will select the code. One code I select as, let's say, infrastructure. So this is one of the code I want to check, and its intersection with another code by the name of, I go to say attitude and say positive, right? So I will check, if I run this query, it will show you the references which are coded at infrastructure also and at positive attitude also, positive attitude. So this basically shows positive attitude about infrastructure. If I run this query, it will show you the intersection of both the codes. So you can see this content has been coded at both the codes. So this is something which is actually, you can say this is something which is positive about infrastructure. Right? This is how the coding query works. You can add more columns to it also, more criteria to it also. Let's say I want to add one more, and that is so infrastructure positive and all cases. Let's put in all cases where, let's say I want to add all cases where person is gender, right? Gender is equals value, so female. So you can put in say what so basically it is the intersection of infrastructure, positive code, and cases which are females. So you run this query, it will only show you the content coded with all on all these three codes only. So basically this is female saying something positive about infrastructure. So this is the coding query. So this all brings out, like it helps in bringing more inferences or more understanding about your data. And one more query I wanted to show you is the compound query. As the name suggests, it is basically it's used when you want to club two queries together. So I will just show you. This is a compound query. So this is used when we want to club two queries together, and you can club any two queries, but the most powerful combination in compound query is it's mostly used when you club text search query with coding query, right? So let's say I want to run a text search query, and criteria, I keep it a criteria. So text search query I've already shown to you. So I can put in different words, say like put in home or houses, right? And I put it at stemmed words. So and near content, and in this I put in the coding query, and criteria as all particular select. So I select say under infrastructure. Structure. Okay. Infrastructure again, and then I want to put an enter, say positive. I run this. So this is not coming in with any result, but there may not be any home or host. Just a minute, I will just check again. Infrastructure and say economy and memorable codes, infrastructure memorable codes. So run this query. Okay, and run. Sorry, so this is used for clubbing two queries, but right now it's not coming up with any results. There must not be any word which is being used in this thing. But this is how you run a compound query. Then there is a grouping query. So basically it can be used for finding out, say you want to check in how many, which codes have been created in a certain document, in two documents. So you can see this way. So I want to see items coded from, say, or from these selected items, say from Barbara's interview, or let's say from files and interviews, say Barbara's interview, Charles' interview, and which all cases and selected items. So let's say I want to check what they are saying about economic infrastructure and balance and community change. Right? So you want to see which codes has been created from Barbara's and Charles' interview, out of like which content has been coded from these for these codes from these three interviews. So you can see. So you can see that Charles has 2 finds, Barbara has 3 finds from these things. If you want to see the connection map, so you can see from here, from Charles' interview, content has been coded to infrastructure, to community change. From Barbara to, so both have been saying about this thing, right? And this is how, so this is a connection map. So these are all the queries which are available inside NVivo, which helps you in understanding your data better. So you can always explore. There are different options, different other options available in these queries, which will help you in better understanding your data. So I think I will close for today. I've just done the queries and the manual coding. Next webinar, I will show you auto coding and doing sentiment analysis and social media data, how to work on social